Hello everyone. So today we will be discussing about design issues in network layer. So network layer majorly focused on getting data packets and from the source to the destination. So a key network layer design issue is to determine how packets are routed from one source to destination. This is the main network layer design issue, that how we will determine that how packets are routed from one source to destination. And these routes can be based on static tables that are made into the network and rarely changed. Now routes also may be dynamic. When a new packet arrives, then as per the network load, route may be changed to reflect the current network load. And there may be a situation when too many packets are present in the subnet at the same time. This situation is known as congestion, and to control the such congestion is also a network layer design issue. Okay, so ensure the quality of service provided is also a network layer design issue. So before discussing about design issues of network layer, we will learn about various function of network layers. First is addressing. So addressing is which maintains the address at the frame header of both source and destination and performs addressing to detect various devices in network. And second is packeting. Packeting is something that this is performed by internet protocol, and packeting is which network layer converts the packet from its upper layer. Whenever we are getting the data packets from upper layer, so the upper layer sends the packet to combine the all the data into one unit. So this is called the packeting. Next is routing. It is the most important function because the network layer chooses the most relevant and best path for the data transmission from source to destination. So routing of data packet is very important. Next is internetworking. So internetworking is it works to deliver a logical connection across multiple devices. So it is responsible for delivery of data packets, and it is bound to have a logical connection across multiple devices. Now network layer design issues. Okay, so the network layer comes with some design issues. They are described as follows. So store and forward packet switching is when a packet is sent by host to the nearest router, so the router will wait until the whole packet arrives to it, and then when the whole packet is arrived to the router, it will send it to the next router. So this is called as store and forward packet switching. So it had to wait until the data packet is arrived, and then it will be forwarded by the router to the next. So the major components of the system are the carrier equipments, and when a host is directly connected to one router, it will pass the data packet, and the router will wait when the whole data packet arrives, and it will give it to the next router. So this is store and forward packet switching. Next is service provided to the transport layer. So The network layer provides services to the transport layer at the network layer interface. An important question is what kind of services the network layer provides to the transport layer. So the network layer services is like the services should be independent of the router technology, and the transport layer should be shielded from the number, type and topology routers, and the network address made available to the transport layer should use a uniform numbering plans or even across LANs and WANs. So these are the services provided to the transport layer. Now, based on the connection, there are two types of services provided: connection less and connection oriented. So connection less is the routing and insertion of packets into subnet is done individually. No added setup is required. So this is connection less routing. And the connection oriented routing is subnet must offer reliable service, and all the packets must be transmitted over a single route. So this is something which we call connection oriented routing. Now, third is implementation of connectionless services. Okay, so here two different organizations are possible depending on the type of service offered. If connectionless service is offered, packets are injected into the subnet individually and they routed independently of each other. No advanced setup is needed, and in this context the packets are frequently called datagrams and the subnet is called the datagram subnet. If connection oriented service is used, a path from the source router to the destination router must be established before any data packets can be sent. This connection is called a virtual circuit. So this is something we have to keep in mind: implementation of connectionless service. And next is implementation of connection oriented services. So for connection oriented service, we need a virtual circuit subnet, and the idea behind virtual circuits is to avoid having to choose a new route for every packet. So instead, when a connection is established, a route from the source machine to the destination machine is chosen as a part of the connection setup and stored in tables inside the routers. That route is used for all traffic flowing over connection exactly the same way that the telephone system works. When the connection released, the virtual circuit is also terminated, and with connection oriented service, each packet carries an identifier telling which virtual circuit it belongs to. So this is how the connection oriented service works, and it can also be done in either two ways: circuit switched connection and virtual circuit switched connection. So these are also have two types. In circuit switched connection, a dedicated physical path or a circuit is established between the communicating nodes and the data stream is transferred. So in circuit switched, the connection is established between the communicating nodes, and then we will transfer the data. And in virtual circuit switched connection, the data stream is transferred over a packet switched network, and in a such a way that it seems to the user that there is a dedicated path from the sender to the receiver. and a virtual path is established here, while other connections may also be using the same path. So these are the design issues of network layer.